Well, when you realize a UFC title shot at 170 pounds, that is saying something. Most people would argue this is as deep as any division in the UFC, and this man, undeniably the #1 contender as he makes the walk tonight.
He has separated himself from the pack. The only person left is the champion. He has done everything necessary to be viewed as a guy that could hold this championship belt. Now's his moment. He has got to lock in for 25 minutes because it's going to take all of that 25 to beat this great champion. Big spot for this young man tonight.
Well, and a lot of his UFC experience he believes is going to help him in this setting. He's been measured with his energy all week. Nerves do not appear to be an issue. We'll see if by night's end we have a new champion. Still undefeated, here is Khamzat Chimaev making the walk tonight as a middleweight. A lot of people think eventually he's going to be a UFC champion, and he's got a big fight in front of him tonight.
I mean, this guy's a monster. You know, from his mindset to the way that he competes. Khamzat Chimaev is one of those guys that passes the eye test. The moment you laid eyes on him, you said, this kid has something special about him. He has great wrestling. He has great striking. He has great cardio. The guy has it all. And I'm so excited to once again watch him compete and sit here in his seat and call his fight.
The work ethic has never been an issue, perhaps the diet at times when it comes to getting down to 170 pounds, but this man is a problem and ready to impose his will here tonight. Khamzat Chimaev finds himself in yet another big spot here tonight. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. And now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Jack Della Maddalena! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Do it.
All right, here we go with round 1, featuring Perth, Western Australia's Jack Della Maddalena. You know what he can do with his jab. Undeniable death touch power with both hands. But at times his kryptonite has been the wrestling. Not to suggest that people have taken him down at will, but this division, unlike a lot of others, has mostly wrestlers and grapplers in that top 10. And you gotta think Jack Della Maddalena has shored up that part of his game, knowing that most of these combatants are gonna try to take him down.
Get that back position for me.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. Excellent ground and pound strikes here by Khamzat Chimaev. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Chimaev has got full mount now.
Oh, he got to his spot.
Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots. And very effective with the ground and pound.
And now he's attempting to choke.
Oh, look out, folks, that is tight.
It looks like it's getting going. He's got it locked in.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
All right, so he gets back to his feet after that extended battle on the ground, and the crowd is loving it.
The crowd's going crazy because they appreciate high-level mixed martial
arts. Oh, he's in a world of trouble now. Just over 2 minutes to go in what has been a furious round one. And there he goes, lands another combination. His cardio's so good that it allows him to put forth this type of output and pace.
When his opponent is done at 2, he is stringing together 4, 5, 6 more different strikes. You don't do that without having fantastic cardio.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now.
Arm triangle attempt. He's got to get that elbow going forward. He's got to drop his chest to the mat. Don't squeeze. Let your shoulder do the work, and you'll get the finish.
Good work. Good work.
Oh, somehow he got out.
That was beautiful. Look at how he brought his hips up in the air. Used his momentum to swing himself back to his chest being facing the mat. What a beautiful display of submission defense. Using a lot of good movement.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. That horn sound means we have reached the end of round one.
Okay, you lost that one. You listening to me? Lost. Big. He's taking you down way too easy, and you're not even trying to get back up. I want you to put good.
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. Countering with the jab here, blocked by Chimaev.
Oh, that right hand barely missed there. Big double leg, double change.
Now the hammer fist here by Khamzat Chimaev. All right, so you gotta be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long.
Go on, Kimura now.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. All right, so he lets go of the submission now.
He let go because he saw that he was going to lose his position. You got to maintain dominant position when you're in a fight.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Chimaev. These ground strikes are starting to add up. We go 2 minutes down here in the second round. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Well, some high-level grappling here, the takedowns, the ground control. He seemingly has mastered all of the little nuances when it comes to keeping your opponent. Trying to set up a choke here. Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight. Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up. That was a slick transition.
Win the scramble! Win the scramble!
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Chimaev. Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, the crowd loves the stand-up fight. So all that grappling wasn't what they wanted to see. They're back up on their feet now, and they're popping for it. They're excited. As he gets close and he's out of the kicking range, he'll change his stance.
Final seconds here. Round 3 next.
All right, take a seat, buddy. Awesome round. Very, very close to finishing. I need you to stay a little bit tighter. I need you to stay a little.
All right, let's get you some pictures from that previous round, DC. A lot of good work with the ground and pound strike.
Yeah, he was able to control posture, get himself postured up, land big ground and pound as he ended the round. What a great finish to a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Straight punch, that is useful.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect place, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight. Nice shot there by the champ.
All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Chimaev's in half guard. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Chimaev's back to the side control now. Oh, getting leaky now. The hard ground and pound has opened up a cut. Under 3 minutes to go in our third round. All right, well, he's got him softened up here.
Now he's on top, exactly where he wanted to go.
So we have crossed the midpoint in this one. Takes his back now. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like strike.
Oh, he's trying to pin that arm in the triangle now. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep.
Oh, so how about that? The offensive fighter bails on the submission now.
Very smart. You got to keep position over submission.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here.
Big right hook there by the champ.
Well, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
You ready to fight? Ready.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. Fourth round is underway. What is the fighter's mentality when you enter those seminal championship rounds?
You understand that you are getting close now. The night is almost over. The goal is within reach now. 15 minutes down, 10 to go. You tell yourself you can do anything for 10 minutes.
All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself.
Oh, he's got it locked in.
He's got that arm triangle deep.
Oh, how about that? He gives up on the submission. Looked pretty tight to me. Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing. Three minutes.
He's got to start throwing down.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Lands the ground and pound strike. All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Chimaev.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attempt. Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
Submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Nicely done. All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the field.
They may be tired, but that tired, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between two phenomenal grapplers.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4.
All right, great round, bud. Relax, take a deep breath, and listen. You are outstriking this guy. He's trying to make this an ugly fight, though. Don't get suckered.
All right, let's look back at some of the action in that round, DC. What a high-level display of offensive wrestling.
I mean, this is a joy for me to watch. I enjoy watching a guy maintain this level of wrestling for as long as he has done this. He is constantly in his opponent's face. He's constantly taking him down. Getting taken down and getting up is exhausting. Let's see how tired his opponent is at the start of the next round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round.
Good.
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
All right, relax, don't worry about it. Good. Breathe.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Chimaev gets the single leg takedown. Nicely done there.
Yeah, he's in half guard here.
Nice job by him to still be a threat off of his back.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Setting up a sub here. Oh, could be the beginning of the end. That looks tight. sometimes our stat guys are stingy with these submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
Lands the grounded pound strike here. Oh, he reverses the position now. Nice work on the ground by Chimaev. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Another ground and pound strike lands. Oh, look at that high-level grappling as the fighter reverses position and attains a dominant position.
Great job finding his shots from the top position. Beautiful reversal on the ground.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Chimaev ground and pound from half guard now. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around. And there is the final horn. What a 25-minute affair tonight. We're going to the scorecards. All right, so a competitive title fight tonight, Daniel, as many expected. 25 minutes, not enough to determine a winner. Slight lean to the champion, or what?
I do believe he's still champion, but that's why he's the champion. Because when the challenges are the biggest, he usually will step up.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 50-45. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
All right, so you heard it there from Buff. Khamzat Chimaev gets it done on the scorecard.